Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, here to highlight some great Steam PC game deals from the birthday sale over at Green Man Gaming. Remember, with all of these deals, you directly get Steam keys, you redeem them on Steam, and you're good to go. A lot of great deals are available, and all of the deals that I am going to mention in this video are under the price of $10, some even under the price of $5. So, with that being said, links to everything in the description box below, and let's get right into it. Gotta give a shout, given all the attention that Fallout is having right now with the Fallout Prime series. You've got Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition, which is 72% off for $5.61, and Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition, 79% off for $8.50. Now, keep in mind that these deals are for XP members. Most of you guys at this point probably have XP membership, but if you don't, all you have to do is just buy stuff at GMG and you'll get it. Yeah, Fallout New Vegas is the game that I feel like if you go back, it is revered as the best Fallout game. And it was actually done by Obsidian, not Bethesda Game Studios, but New Vegas was awesome, and the Ultimate Edition will get you the DLC. Fallout 4 recently had an update that, wasn't amazing by any stretch of the imagination, at least on PC, kind of breaking some of the stuff on PC, but it's still a solid game, and for $8.50, it's a pretty good pickup. They also just released another fix for it, so, if you pick it up, it's a good deal. $8.50 with the DLC, even though the DLC for Fallout 4 isn't great, is a good pickup. Fallout 4 is a good game. It's just, it had so much hype and anticipation leading into its release, because at that point, Bethesda's goodwill was so high. They had come off the releases of Fallout 3 and Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, and those games were beloved. Fallout 4 was their next game, and, it didn't live up to expectations, but it was still very good. At this point, I feel like a lot of people look at Bethesda as absolutely washed, so we'll see how their next game turns out, but $8.50 for Fallout 4, definitely a good pickup there. Next up, we have Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition, 88% off for $2.40. Look, this is one of those games that I will recommend ad nauseum because it is a fantastic game. I know most of you guys at this point have it, but if you don't, $2.40 for it is such a great deal. Unfortunately, we're probably never going to see a sequel to this game, but man, did they do a killer job with Sleeping Dogs. It was a great open world title. Not super huge in the sense that open worlds these days are getting absolutely massive, but Sleeping Dogs was a little bit more contained. Great soundtrack, fantastic main character. Can't say enough good things about it, and for $2.40, I think it's a great pickup. Definitely would give that a look. Next up, we got the Stalker Bundle, 80% off for $8. You get Stalker Call of Pripyat, Stalker Clear Sky, and Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl. Some interest and hype around Stalker 2. We'll see if it finally comes out this year. Seems like, I'm starting to lose a little hope in that game, and obviously a lot of the development woes of that game, you can understand why. But, yeah, it's been in development for quite a while. Hopefully it comes out this year. But if you want to play the throwback Stalker games, this is a good bundle to check out. Just know what you're getting yourself into. These games are a little bit more on the hardcore side. They are a little bit on the challenging side, but they're incredibly rewarding. 80% off for $8, I think, is a great buy, given that you're getting all three games, and you're essentially paying, what, $2.66 for each game? Look at my second grade level math coming in clutch. But, yeah, great pickup here, and 3 solid games for $8. Just keep in mind, they might not be for everybody. I often see them get compared to Fallout, and yeah, I can see where the comparisons lie, but at the same time, Stalker is more of a hardcore and challenging game, to say the least. $8 for this collection, though, pretty good. XCOM 2, the collection, 93% off for $6.88. This deal is repulsively good. You get XCOM 2, you get War of the Chosen, and you get a bunch of other DLC packs on top of that. This is a great tactics-based game, and XCOM 2 is a very rewarding game. There's a variety of options, and, you don't have to play it where it's super difficult, but, it can be a pretty rewarding experience. As I've always said, I'm not super into tactics games, so I'm not the person to meticulously dissect these games, but what I can say as a non-fan of the genre, I really did enjoy XCOM 2 and had a great time with it. Had some issues on PC at launch, but most of those issues have been resolved at this point. Next up, we have the Deus Ex Collection, 87% off for $7.94. A lot of great stuff in this collection, and then, like, Deus Ex The Fall is also in there. But you'll get Deus Ex Mankind Divided, you'll get Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut, and the original titles as well. $7.94 for all that content is really good. Human Revolution was an absolutely awesome game that at some point I gotta go back and do a replay of. I play that game, like, every 3 to 4 years, I'll go back and give that game another playthrough, and I just thought it was a fantastic game. Mankind Divided is really good. Narratively, it falls a little bit short, to say the least, and, well, I don't know if we're ever going to get another Deus Ex game. Unfortunately, one of those franchises that's kind of in a crappy place. I wish like a PlayStation or like somebody would pick up the rights to the IP and just, if imagine if PlayStation handed that off to one of their major studios, or they just absorbed Eidos or something. Just do something where we could get another Deus Ex game. I feel like the appetite would be there, like a sci-fi RPG. Those are always going to be pretty good. As far as if it's a good game, they're going to do well commercially. At least you would think, but who knows? 87% off, $7.94 for the collection is a great pickup, though. Batman Arkham Origins, 80% off for $3.90. I often give Batman Arkham as a whole a big mention, but Arkham Origins is the forgotten game. Done by WB Montreal, in fact, the same studio that put out Gotham Knights, and I know Gotham Knights wasn't beloved, but I still thought Gotham Knights was okay, and Batman Arkham Origins I thought was a pretty damn good game. Would I say it's the best Batman Arkham game? Absolutely not, and I do feel like it's a tier below the main trilogy, but it's still a pretty darn good game, and for $3.90, I think it's a solid pickup. If you enjoy Batman Arkham, you're probably going to have a good time with Arkham Origins, to say the least. Next up, we got Rise of the Tomb Raider 20-year celebration and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Going to give a shout to both of these. 83% off for $5.10 for ROTR, SOTR, 79% off for $8.50. Both games are really good. Tomb Raider has become one of those franchises that every time a game is put out, I can have some enjoyment out of it. Only issue is we're not getting these Tomb Raider games fairly consistently. Like, with Tomb Raider 2013, we got ROTR 2 years after that, SOTR 3 years after that. It's been 6 years since we've gotten a Tomb Raider game, and unfortunately, I don't know if there's going to be a new one this year, probably next year, I would think, but I imagine it's relatively far along in development, but itching for more Tomb Raider, and hopefully that'll be coming soon. But if you have yet to play ROTR or SOTR, certainly do pick those up. Next up, we have Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition, 91% off for $3.40. Great deal for Bulletstorm. It's a game that I played when it originally came out, and look, the vulgarity and the over-the-top nature of the game does nothing for me, but what I will say is the over-the-top gameplay, oh, I am down with that. Like, the high-octane, fast-paced gameplay, I think, in this game is excellent. It's a super short game, so if you paid $60 for it back in the day, you got absolutely baited, and a lot of people did get baited by, I believe it was the Gears 3 beta that was packed in with Bulletstorm, but yeah, for $3.40, it's a great pickup. Definitely would recommend it at that price point. Middle-earth Shadow of War Definitive Edition, 88% off for $7.02. Great deal for Shadow of War, a solid open-world action-adventure game with a good amount of content, all the bonus content in here with the Definitive Edition, and rewarding gameplay, satisfying gameplay, I should say. It's just a really fun game to play from an action combat standpoint, and for $7.02, pretty good buy there. And lastly, Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun, 92% off for $3.20. Really enjoyed Shadow Tactics, another tactics game, not my genre, but enjoyed this game from a setting standpoint. Thought it was pretty rewarding, could be pretty challenging. You can just play it on easy to take in the setting if you do want, but $3.20 for it, pretty good deal. Unfortunately, as you guys probably know, Mimimi Games has stopped doing new games. They did Shadow Tactics, they did Desperados 3, and then they also did Shadow Gambit recently, and all those games were really well received. Unfortunately, just the nature of the gaming beast and the gaming world, that even if you do quality games, your days might not be long, as we saw with Tango Gameworks as well. Kind of the reality these days, but that'll do it for me. A lot of great deals available. Links to all of these in the description box below. Shout out to our good friends at Green Man Gaming. Obviously, go check them out. They have great deals all the time, and that's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.